Hi, I'm Stephen Natman. I'm the lead designer at Pawprint Games.
So, Stephen, talk about your game you're showing here at GDC, Border Patrol.
Okay, this is an early stage prototype at the moment. We're just getting it out here to get a feel for how people are getting on with it. We're going for basically Job Simulator meets Papers, Please.
That's ambitious. I absolutely love the title of it.
It's definitely an interesting one at the moment. This was originally just our kind of a placeholder title, and we're considering, do we want to keep it? It's an interesting one.
So talk about your game's a VR game. Talk about some of the challenges as a designer of making a VR experience as opposed to like a two-dimensional game.
Okay, this is an interesting one because this is our second VR title. Our previous game, Bloody Zombies, was a VR optional title, and that gave us We learned a lot during the process of that game because we had to deal with how do we actually coordinate a VR experience and a non-VR experience and have it all work together. This one is a traditional approach with motion controls, first person. The nice thing with this game is we don't have to worry too much about problems with motion sickness. We're actually quite experienced with avoiding the issues of motion sickness, but this is quite a straightforward setup to avoid that anyway.
So talk about the gameplay. What are you doing in Border Patrol?
Okay, so you're working at a checkpoint at Border Patrol. We've gone for a lighter tone than the Papers, Please kind of setup. It's actually AI you're dealing with. So it's a futuristic, imagine say more like Futurama style robots or Robo Recall. And we're trying to bring in a lot of emotion with the robots. So you want to empathize with them, but we're not. You don't have to feel depressed if you have to reject someone. So we're playing around with emotional personality types. You can wave at the robots and they'll wave back. Stick your finger up at them. They may not be amused. And again, depending on the personality type, they may decide to flip you off back. So we're playing around with it.
So I'm seeing a tablet, I'm looking at the game in the background, I'm seeing a tablet with information on it and then a left and approve or deny. So it's basically you're looking at the tablet, looking for abnormalities and then you approve or deny them?
Yeah, the core of it is you will be validating the information, but we're going with the Job Simulator style where it's going to be more about the tactile gadgets, less comparing text, because obviously in VR we don't want to focus too much on reading because of the resolution, but so say with these robots, rather than just, say, comparing a passport photo, you'll do a whole visual inspection of the whole robot with a 3D printer. So you'll find, we'll have like a model type for the robot, and you'll find the 3D printer has a list of all the models. You'll print out the base spec of what you expect that model to look like, and then you just hold it up and do a visual comparison. And because it's robots, we can do a lot with just swapping out limbs. It's not just is it overall one-to-one comparison. A leg may be different. We can mix them up a bit like a Lego character.
So as a designer, what does VR open up for you creatively when making a game?
This is really nice from touching on what I was saying before about the emotional side, because VR is great in terms of when you have people in front of you, it triggers that sense of presence. People can be in your personal space. So when we've got these people coming up and they're starting to, you get a sense of their attitudes. People walk up to the booth and sometimes they'll just fling their passport onto the desk, and it just seems that was a bit disrespectful. And it's like it's happening right in front of you, and it really just changes the way you want to just interact with these people. So it feels like a great fit for when you want to have these direct interactions.
You going to have that great British humor in your game?
We are, like I say, we're trying to play on the tongue-in-cheek side. We've got a guy that will come in this demo. He'll drop off a flyer for human AI marriage and then just run away from you, and a lot of people are just looking slightly confused and laughing. We really want to, like I say, find ways for you to have fun with it. So,
when does your game come out? Any platform? Any plans for PSVR?
At the moment, we're still trying to secure funding for the title. If we can get the funding, we're aiming for the end of the year. But that depends on how GDC goes for us and the conversations we have.
And where can people find more information about your game?
Currently, we are starting to build up on the Twitter. We're starting to put out some information. We're just trying to give some previews. We're putting out some GIFs just to give some hints at how the game's working. We haven't officially announced it just yet because this, like I say, this is an early prototype, and we're just trying to gauge a reaction from the community.